Oh, it is a hot one out here in the Steel Aces Tank Arena, I'll tell you that. So, how has your day been so far? Let me know. So that Second World War segment this morning, again, that was the end of the war, April 1945, but we have another special anniversary. By a show of hands, how many have made it down to the Gulf War display to meet those veterans? Yeah, okay. I have 15 veterans who've traveled all the way from Great Britain to recrew their vehicles for this next, for the finale segment of this afternoon show. It's the 35th anniversary of the Gulf War, the first Gulf War, the 1990-91 Gulf War. So that's going to be our finale this afternoon. But before that, we're going to have a simulated tank battle between two cold warriors. Does that sound fun? So at Aquino Tank Weekend, there's 3 days, 3 shows, but we have 3 of these special Battle Royale segments. And it's sort of the Aquino Cup. It's a best 2 out of 3. Now, last Friday, we had the Leopard defeating the M60. So I'm sure the M60 crew has spent the evening contemplating their fate and how they were approaching the battle space. They're definitely going to be hungry for a win in the Saturday segment of Battle Royale. Also, between the 2 segments, we're going to have some of members from our sponsor, Steel Aces, are going to come out here in the arena while Gulf War is getting set up, and they're going to be doing a Steel Aces tank t-shirt giveaway. I'm going to chuck them out into the audience. Sound good? All right. Marshall, send out the tanks. Massive main battle tanks, and in the Steel Aces arena, you will decide who wins Battle Royale. I'll explain that once we have a good look at both contenders. The first contender is the American-built Chrysler M60A3, weighing in at 50 tons. The M60 was built by the Americans to take a lot of hits. Look at the incredibly thick armor on this 50-ton main battle tank. This huge glacis plate here, most hits from another main battle tank that would hit that front plate would probably not penetrate or would not be a tank knockout. Its firepower is a 105 millimeter main weapon. It's a NATO standard, both from the Cold War to today. The challenger is the Belgian Army Leopard 1A5. The Leopard tank is also a Cold War tank coming out of the 1960s. Through production until the 1980s, and still, like the M60, remains in NATO arsenals around the world and even in frontline service. The Leopard is about 40 tons, about 10 tons less of weight than the M60. Now, the Germans, their concept in developing the Leopard 1 main battle tank was to sacrifice some of that protection for speed and maneuverability. So you'll find that the Leopard tank will be much faster than its opponent, the M60. However, it's also supporting a 105 millimeter main weapon. So their firepower is the same. So you have the big American slugger with the heavy armor and the lighter armor but faster Leopard 1 main battle tank. Now, how Battle Royale works. They're going to head out onto the battlefield. I'm going to skedaddle out of here because this is going to be fast. This is going to be loud. They're going to go to firing positions and have a 1 versus one tank battle in the Steel Aces Tank Arena. What do you think about that? They'll come back after several shots and several rounds, and you will decide who wins Battle Royale. You will not be voting for your favorite tank. You will not be voting for your favorite crew. You have to decide which tank crew utilized the tank arena, the strengths of their vehicle, and the weaknesses of their opponent to their best advantage. Who was on target, who was tracking well, and who was using the defensive features of the tank arena to defend the Leopard crew, are you ready? M60 crew, are you ready? Here we go in the Canadian Tank Museum Steel Aces Tank Arena, round 2, Aquino 2025 Battle Royale. Tankers, take your firing positions. Definitely is not a slow vehicle, even at 50 tons. M60 doing a great job getting behind that feature, already turning to track the Leopard. Leopard doing a full pivot, showing off. Oh, also moving the turret to track the enemy. Notice the first shot off by the M60. Leopard's moving up to the small hill feature, protecting its softer armor. Second shot off by the M60. Leo tracking the target. Not a shot yet. M60 starts charging up the field. The M60 crew knows the Leopard has a speed advantage. M60 trying to track the target, but no, too late. Main battle tank cannot get its gun over the rear deck with no depression. Again, the M60 doing a great job of tracking the enemy. Leopard now turning to get the M60 on target. Both tanks facing off. Great shot right on the side armor there of the M60 by the Leopard. Returning fire. So we have one really good hit there by the Leopard on the M60. M60 is now charging Leopard. M60 knows that it has to get some distance in this tank arena so that that fast Leopard doesn't get behind. The Leopard may have an opportunity here to get a shot right in the engine deck of that M60. Another hit right in the engine deck of the M60 by the Leopard tank. Leopard tank still tracking that M60, now just moving to target. Notice how the M60 pivoted its hull with its frontal armor towards the enemy. Nice shot. Pivoting again to move, that's the tell. Leopard just calmly sitting there on the back of the hill. Tracking the target, there's a shot on the move. Third hit on the M60. Leopard trying to shoot on the move. M60 is now on the target. The speed of that Leopard 1, already on a firing position. Nope, not taking the firing position, actually charging the M60, getting in close range. Too late, the M60 was able to turn its hull around. Leopard crew using the rear feature for a little bit of hull cover. Both tanks broadside to each other. Returning fire quickly. Great shot by the M60 right on the turret of that Leopard. turning fire. M60 crew being cautious, does not want to get caught flat-footed. M60 surprisingly down to the firing position before the Leopard and on target. Leopard now aware. But a fire shot by that Leopard might just bounce off that front windshield plate. Oh, excellent hit by the M60. M60 crew feeling confident with their frontal armor towards the Leopard. Will the Leopard stand its ground, or is it time to run? Again, see on the M60 tried to bring their gun over the rear deck, could not get the Leopard on target. Leopard pivoting its frontal armor towards the enemy. Great shot. Oh, great shot by the M60, again on the turret. Slowly tracking the target. Great opportunity here for the M60 to get that softer side armor on the Leopard. Can they get a shot before the Leopard gets behind a feature? M60 crew quite maneuverable considering the sluggish nature of that vehicle. Both tracking each other. One shot by the M60. Leopard didn't return. No, it looks like the Leopard is leaving the firing position. M60 probably losing an opportunity to track that Leopard. A Leopard also trying to fire over the rear deck, but again, cannot get depression down on that gun to hit the M60. Both in a fairly protected position. One shot by the M60. Leopard again. Not firing. Let's bring them out front. Tanker. Feeling confident this time? Okay. The Leopard coming in front. So Leopard Commander feeling confident? Oh, not so sure. All right, let's get the crews out here. So over in the M60, I'm just going to introduce the crews. As the tank commander, we have Brendan, longtime member of the museum. And this might be surprising for someone who can maneuver a tank this heavy. Yes, men and women serve in the forces and can drive tanks. We have Ashley, the driver of the M60. You made moving that thing look pretty easy. So over here in the Leopard crew seem to be hiding. Leopard crew, we got Al as the tank commander of the Leopard. And a longtime driver here of Leopard tanks, we have Scott, also known as Hollywood. So, I saw a lot of great things from both crews, but I'm just wondering what these 6 bleachers of visitors, what they caught. I know I tried to give you guys some pointers in my narration, but it's really what you saw from where you're sitting, how these crews utilize the strengths of their vehicle against the weaknesses of the opponent. How did they use the features and the hills of the tank arena to better protect their tank, especially on the weaker side armor or on the engine deck? So, how this works is by applause, shouting and whistling. You're going to vote for your favorite tank crew, and that your tank crew that you believe won Battle Royale. So who believes it was the M60 crew that won Battle Royale? Woo! Simulated fire just went off. He's cheating. He's just going for applause. Who believes it's the Leopard crew that won Battle Royale? I'm going to have to take the hearing protection off because this is actually really close. Okay, finally, one more time. Who believes you really got to give it to your favorite crew? Who believes the M60 crew won Battle Royale? Leopard crew. This is going to make Sunday so important because I actually think it was a draw. Yeah? So, M60, all right, you have 1 loss down. Leo, you have 1 win on Friday, a draw today. Okay? So, it's still on for the Cup of Aquino Tank Weekend 2025 tomorrow here in the Canadian Tank Arena. Let's hear it for both crews and their amazing skills in these main battle tanks.